Hello everyone, welcome back to another Taekook concert. In the heart of the city where power meets elegance, lived a man who was respected, feared, and admired. Jungkook, the CEO of one of the most group of companies in the Asian countries. The Jungkook's global enterprise and real estate to the public, he was called an untouchable, but to those close to him, he was a man who loved deeply and protected. Jungkook had everything wealth, influence, success, but none of it ever made his heart race until he saw him. Kim Taehyung was a fresh graduate working part time at a cafe near Jungkook's main building where his office located. He was cheerful, humble, and hardworking. He had no idea that his warm smile and innocent eyes had catch the attention of someone like Jungkook, and he definitely didn't expect that from that moment on, his life would change forever. Jungkook had never believed in love at first, right, but something about Taehyung pulled him in softly at first, then with the force of a storm. Jungkook didn't just wanted to be close to him, he wanted to own his heart, but Taehyung wasn't ready to fall. Not for someone like Jungkook, not when love felt like a luxury he couldn't afford. His faith pushes them together again and again. Jungkook's desire turns possessive. He doesn't just want Taehyung, he needs him. And when a man like Jungkook wants something, he will do anything to make it his. Little did Taehyung know, falling in love with the possessive husband who would be the sweetest and most dangerous ride of his life. Morning sun filtered through the large glass window of Luna Cafe, casting a golden glow over the cozy space. Kim Tae-hyung wiped the counter for the fifth time that hour, his apron slightly crooked and a slight smudge of cream on his cheek. It was his second week working here, juggling shifts while preparing for final job interview and graduation. Taehyung, you order table by the window, his manager called. Coming, he replied with a cheerful nod, grabbing the tray. He didn't notice that the man seated at the window wasn't an ordinary customer. Jungkook sat in a tailored navy suit, casually scrolling through his phone, sharp jawline, blistering eyes, and an aura of quiet authority. He was the type who didn't need to speak to command a room. The cafe was not part of his usual routine, but today instincts led him here, and instincts had never been more right. He looked up and saw him, the boy who walked over with shy eyes and kind smile, his name tagged. Tagged Taehyung, the name he itself into Jungkook's mind instantly. Good morning, sir. Taehyung greeted politely, placing a cappuccino and a small. Jungkook didn't respond right away. He simply stared. Sir, Taehyung blinked, confused by the silence. You are new, Jungkook finally said, voice low and soothed. Yes, sir, just started last week, Taehyung replied, smiling nervously. Jungkook leaned back, observing every little detail, how Taehyung took it at a strand of hair behind his ear, the way his fingers curled around the tray. He had met many people in his life, but none had captured his attention like this. You like walking here? Jungkook asked, surprising himself with his interest. It's okay, I get free coffee, Taehyung joked, lightly trying to ease the tension. Jungkook smiled, cute. He looked at the on the table. You didn't pick this, did you? No, sir. It was most customers get with the cappuccino set. Next time, bring me what you think I will like. Jungkook said, eyes fixed on him. Taehyung flushed slightly. Oh, okay. Jungkook took a sip of coffee, bitterness with a hint of sweetness, just like how he imagined the boy in front of him. He stood up and placed the business card on the table. We'll be back tomorrow, same time. Before Taehyung could respond, Jungkook was already walking out of the door. His accent lingered in the air. Taehyung stared after him, heart racing for reasons he couldn't explain. And that was how it began. A powerful man drawn to an unsuspecting boy. Simple act of lone kindness turning into something more, and a single that is the start of obsession. The next morning, Thing didn't expect him to return. He thought maybe it was a passing customer, one of those strange customer moments. Just laugh off with your co-workers later, but at exactly 8:15 a.m. the cafe door opened and there he was, Jungkook, same tailored suit, same quiet power, same stringy eyes, staring at Taehyung. Taehyung nearly dropped the tray he was holding. He's here again, his co-worker whispered, nudging him. You must have made quite the impression. I just gave him coffee, Taehyung whispered back, flustered, like regular coffee. Regular guys don't leave their business cards and promise to return. Taehyung sighed and wiped his hands on his apron. This time, he carefully picked a pastry himself, one he liked, a buttery almond. As he walked over, he tried not to trip over his nerves. Good morning, he greeted, placing the cappuccino and the almond on the table. Jungkook looked at then at Taehyung. You picked this? Yes, you said I should. Jungkook nodded slowly, pleased. Good memory, I try. Taehyung replied, attempting a smile. He remembered names too. Jungkook asked. Taehyung nodded. Of course, your name is Jungkook. Jungkook raised an eyebrow, and yours is Taehyung. I remember that too. A moment passed between them, silent electricity. Electric. Taehyung cleared his throat. I hope you like the. It's my favorite. Jungkook picked it up, took a bite, and chewed slowly. His gaze didn't leave Taehyung. I do, he said. Good taste. Thank you, a small bow. I will leave you to enjoy it. Taehyung blinked. What? Sit with me. Just 5 minutes. I am working. Taehyung stammered. I will cover for that. For you, a voice claimed in from behind. It was his manager, smiling like they had just won the lottery. Take a break, Taehyung. Taehyung turned back. He slowly took a seat across from Jungkook, unsure what to say. I like peace in the morning, Jungkook said, sipping his coffee, but I realize I don't mind the noise if it comes from you. Taehyung's cheeks warmed. I'm really just a server. You don't have to flutter me. Jungkook leaned forward slightly, voice quiet but firm. I don't flatter people. I mean what I say. Taehyung looked down, unsure how to respond. No one had ever looked at him like that before, with such dignity. You said you are a student, Jungkook asked. Just graduated, Taehyung nodded, looking for work now. I might have something for you, Jungkook offered, smoothly. I don't want a job because you feel sorry for me, Taehyung said quickly. more defensive than he intended. Jungkook smiled faintly. I don't offer anything I don't think people deserve. Besides, I don't feel sorry for you. I admire you. Those words wrapped around Taehyung's chest like a whisper and a promise. 5 minutes stretches into 10, then 15. And when Jungkook finally stood to leave, he said only one thing. Same time tomorrow. Taehyung watched him walk away again. The business card is still in his pocket from yesterday. He told himself not to think too much about it, but deep down, he already knew this wasn't just coffee anymore. This was something else. Something that could turn gentle hearts into captive. And Jungkook, he wasn't just coming back for his. It became a routine. Every morning at exactly 8:15, Jungkook would walk into the Luna Cafe like he owned it. Because in a way he did. Not the business but the attention. The moment he stepped inside and heads turned, he was elegance, dominance, and mystery wrapped in one tailored suit, and Taehyung had become the only person he looked at. Your guy is here, the co-worker teased. He's not my guy, Taehyung muttered, fixing his apron and trying not to smile, but the truth be told, Taehyung was starting to look forward to 8:15 p.m. 15 more than he should. He took Jungkook's usual order to the table, cappuccino and croissant, and now a small flower in a cup. Something he started heading for no reason. You are getting creative, Jungkook noted as Taehyung placed the plate down. It's just presentation, Taehyung shrugged. Better than just putting food on the plate, right? I liked it. Jungkook replied, I like you putting efforts in for me. Taehyung flushed. I do this for other customers too. I don't care about other customers, Jungkook said plainly. Taehyung looked at him surprised. Why do you keep coming here? Jungkook leaned back in a chair, gaze never breaking. Because you haven't told me to stop. Taehyung opened his mouth and closed it. He didn't know what to say because it was true. He hadn't. I don't get it, Taehyung admitted. You could have anyone. I want you, Jungkook replied without hesitation, and that was the most dangerous thing he could have said. Because Taehyung felt it, the weight behind the words, the way Jungkook looked at him like he was the treasure no one else had seen. Before he could say anything else, the cafe door opened and a familiar figure walked in. Taehyung, a voice called. Taehyung turned and smiled. Hoseok. Hoseok, his college best friend, jogged over and threw an arm around Taehyung's shoulder, completely unaware of the death stare being aimed at him from across the room. I didn't know you worked here, Jose grinned. I'm in the area for a meeting. Thought I would grab coffee. Then laughed. Yeah, just part-time for now. Still the hard-working sweetheart, I remember. Jose teased, ruffling his hair. Then sweet his hand away playfully, not noticing the shift in the atmosphere, but Jungkook noticed every second of it, every touch, every laugh. Your customers is staring, Hyosik whispered, eyes flickering to Jungkook. Taehyung turned, and sure enough, Jungkook was watching, not angry, not intense. Hyosik leaned closer. Who is he? Just someone who comes here every day. That's not just someone, Hyosik muttered. He looks like he is about to claim you like property. Taehyung felt his throat go dry. Hoseok clenched it. Anyway, I will catch you later. Let's grab lunch soon. Yeah, Taehyung said quickly. Text me. Hoseok left and Taehyung braced himself. He walked over to Jungkook's table and he started cleaning the empty plate. Jungkook's voice stopped him. Who was he? A friend? Didn't look like just a friend. Taehyung frowned. I don't owe you an explanation. No, you don't, Jungkook said calmly, but I want one. Taehyung made his eyes. You can't get jealous over someone you don't even know. We are not anything. Not yet, Jungkook said, eyes sharp, but we will be. Taehyung's breath catch in his throat. I don't say a thing, Jungkook said as he stood, especially not what I have decided is mine. Taehyung stared as Jungkook walked out the door. His hands trembled, not out of fear, out of curiosity. What was he getting himself into? And why did a part of him want to dive deeper? The next day, Jungkook didn't show up at 8:15. Young pretended it didn't bother him. He told himself it was a good thing, a break from the tension, the intensity, and the possessive stares. But every time the door opened, his eyes lifted in anticipation, and every time it wasn't him. Wow, his co-worker said, rising and bro, you are really disappointed, huh? I'm not, Taehyung lied, but he was. Halfway through the shift, his phone buzzed in his apron pocket. Unknown number, unknown. Jungkook's here. Meet me after work. 5:30. I will be waiting outside. No question marks. No request, just a command. Taehyung stared at the message. He should say no. He should. But his fingers typed anyway. Taehyung, fine. 5:30, Taehyung stepped outside the cafe and there he was, leaning against the sleek black car like he belonged in a movie. Jungkook was dressed more casual today in a black button-down and tailored pant, but still unmistakably powerful. You're late, Jungkook said. It's 5:31, Taehyung pointed out. Jungkook opened the passenger seat. Get in. Taehyung hesitated. Where are we going? You will see. Something in Jungkook's eyes made it hard to argue. Taehyung climbed in. They drove in silence for a while until they reached a quiet neighborhood. Near the hills, Jungkook parked in front of the large modern house, glass, wood and stone, with a view that stretched over the city. Is this your house? Taehyung asked. Eyes wide, one of them, Jungkook replied, stepping out. Inside the house was even more stunning, minimalist yet warm. It smelled faintly of kida and coffee. Why did you bring me here? Taehyung asked as he stood awkwardly in the living room. Jungkook looked at him. Because I wanted you to see something. He walked over to a wall and pressed a button. Hidden panels slide open, revealing several framed photographs. They were all of Taehyung, candid shots, some at the cafe, one at university campus, another of him walking in the rain, umbrella half closed. Taehyung's blood ran cold. What the heck? I had them taken, Jungkook said calmly. I wanted to keep you close, even when you weren't near me. That's insane, Taehyung whispered, stepping back. You can't just. I don't care what I can or can't. Taehyung, Jungkook interrupted, was low. I want you, I'm possessive. This is too much, Jungkook. You haven't told me to stop, Jungkook said, stepping forward. Taehyung's back hit the wall. Jungkook stood in front of him now, so close he could feel the warmth of his breath. I should walk away. Taehyung said softly, then why aren't you? Taehyung stared at him, chest rising and falling fast. Because he couldn't, because something about the man pulled at every piece of his curiosity, fear and desire. I don't want anyone else to get in wrong idea again, Jungkook said, brushing a finger along Taehyung's jaw. Like Hoseok? Taehyung whispered. Jungkook's eyes darkened, especially him, and then he did something Taehyung didn't expect. He leaned in, pressed a kiss to Taehyung's neck, soft, slow, but claiming. Taehyung gasped. I want everyone to see, Jungkook whispered, that you are mine, and just like that, Taehyung walked marked. Not just with a kiss, but with a promise, one he wasn't sure he was ready to break. To be continued. This is a Taekook FF of 3 episodes, and this is a dark romance, but there is not gonna be any angst and more like a love and fluff, but in a dark theme. Okay, so I hope you will enjoy it. Comment me down what you feel about it. See you again. Bye bye.